Hello, and welcome back to the Bach and Arthur podcast. It's episode 8, everybody.
The best 8 is my favourite number as well.
Oh, yeah, so it is.
Because it's curvaceous.
Oh, we should keep an eye out for what episode 88 is, given that's your super lucky number.
Oh, 'cause I'm bringing it back, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So today, we're talking about the supposed return of the direwolf, a male contraceptive pill, and in light of it being exam time, we're going to be taking some GCSE Science exams. Let's go. Woo! Testing our memory.
Did you revise for that? I didn't revise for it.
Yeah, I did. I did it even longer ago, you know. And I sat my GCSE Science a year early.
Oh, no, I'm talking about this one. Did you revise for this one?
Oh, no.
This GCSE revise today?
Oh.
You did it a year early.
I did. I took
That's how
biology,
you know you're
chemistry,
smart.
and physics a year early.
They're like, I'll give it to him now. He's ready.
Yeah.
Nice.
But A stars in them all. Come on.
Did you?
Yeah, I
Well
did. Anyway, so first up, the return of the direwolf, and we're starting off with a
And no, we're not talking about me, guys.
little video. The little white dogs.
They just want to suckle. Yep, see?
For your audio listeners, they're just little white pups, basically.
Yeah.
They're little foxy doggy,
They're quite fluffy.
white fluffy dogs.
Yeah. Little white doggy style, little fluffy things.
Yeah.
With black noses.
They're very cute, playing around in the snow.
Yeah, they kind of look like a certain breed of dog I've seen around.
Yeah, they do.
They are very doggish. But they're only like 6 months old though, right?
Yeah. That's the direwolf. That's a bunch of clips of them back. They're looking very sweet.
It's the first time we've heard them howl in approximately 10,000 years.
Ooh, very sweet. But yeah, it's Colossal Biosciences behind it. They're the ones that put the wool from woolly mammoths on mice.
Oh, the same guy. Didn't they chuck an ear on them as well?
Same dude.
The same dude doing that. Wow, fair play to them.
Yeah, so the 3 genetically engineered canines are called Romulus, Remus, and Khaleesi.
I could say Romulus and Remus are the perfect choices for the names.
Mm.
Khaleesi's cool as well. Isn't
Well-
Khaleesi Game of Thrones?
Khaleesi's Game of Thrones, yeah. And Romulus and Remus were the founders of Rome, and I think
They were wolves as
there's
well, right?
I think they were saved by a wolf.
Oh, maybe they were raised by wolves.
So the Romulus and Remus, the legendary twin brothers who are said to have founded the city of Rome, who were miraculously saved by a she-wolf
Oh.
after their uncle tried to kill them as infants. And then Khaleesi, the nod to the Game of Thrones. Oh, which
Similar
we've got
thing
something
happened to
coming up later. What?
Similar thing happened to me.
No way.
Yeah.
Is that why you
She-wolf.
love wolves so much?
Oh yeah, that's why I'm just covered in hair.
Oh, because your mum was a wolf and your dad blew her back out. And that's why you're
My
half
mum
and
blew
half.
my dad's back out. Let's get one thing clear.
Oh, God.
You know, in Liv's TikToks, everyone just, there's a bit of a trend now going, oh, is the thing with the hair bothering you, Queen? And they're talking about me. The thing with the hair.
The thing with the little hairy rat. But
They
yeah.
didn't say that.
I mean, they're describing it as the first de-extinction of a direwolf. And like you said, it went extinct approximately 10,000 years ago. But I don't think it is.
Oh, you don't think it is? Because
No.
I saw people, Dylan Page posted a video about this and people in the comments was like, well, it's just not though, is it? But then everyone's
Yeah.
like, oh, but it's the genes are perfectly matched, so how isn't it?
Oh, because
So go on, rebuttal that.
the genes aren't matched. So essentially, a wolf has about 19,000 protein coding genes, but many, many more genes. But they've only taken 20 edits. They've only made 20 edits in 14 genes in the common grey wolf to make this these direwolves. So essentially, they've just gone, oh, you know what? We'll give them this coat and this big head. They haven't gone. They haven't recreated the genome. Do you remember when we were looking at them trying to bring back the woolly mammoth, and rather than bringing back the mammoth, they're just adding the wool genes onto elephants?
Right. Because what I saw is that they were suggesting that they changed everything in a grey wolf that wasn't a dire wolf to make it exactly like a dire wolf, because the grey wolf isn't far from a dire wolf anyway.
So they've made it physically like that. But if you scroll down, there's a little bit on the are they really dire wolves? So,
But I saw they were saying that, like, usually if you raise a grey wolf in captivity, if it's raised by a human, it will grow up like a dog loves humans, and it will like look to the person who raised it as like a mother or father figure. Whereas these don't like people and they avoid people at all costs.
really,
Which is weird. It's like they changed one of the genes in there where it's like, no, they think humans are a threat. Strange.
that is strange because they do I looked at the difference between grey wolves and dogs, and there is about 20,000 mutations there.
Wow.
So that's not 20,000 genes. There's a lot of like different mutations within the genes, but obviously a lot of them are like to do with size, head shape, face shape, the coat, you get spotted dogs and stuff. That's very rare in wolves, all that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of behavioral. There's genes very similar in humans. There's a disorder. I can't remember what it's called, but it makes you sort of like hyper social almost.
What does that mean? Like you like being social and don't?
Yeah, like being social.
Okay, cool.
And so dogs have the similar sort of thing.
Oh, dogs have that.
It
makes sense. They are.
Is it Williams syndrome? Hypersocial personality. That might be it.
Oh, interesting. What? And dogs have this?
And so I think the mutations that dogs have that make them hypersocial. I don't know whether it's a similar gene, the same gene, but I remember reading about it, and it's
Some people have
really
that
interesting.
as well.
But that's when we domesticated dogs. We obviously selected the ones that were very
Legends.
loving and kind and stuff, and
legends,
we end up with hypersocial. Overly, I mean, some dogs
That's
they're
so
just anxious little wrecks when you leave the house for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And
it
that's
really
all
does depend.
entirely our fault.
My dog's an arsehole,
Yeah,
and I'll stand by that.
but we analysed the direwolf genome from a 13,000-year-old tooth from a pit in Ohio and a 72,000-year-old
none
ear
of it's
bone.
real. It's in Ohio.
Why is Ohio always
It's
coming
always
up?
Ohio. Every time I hear Ohio, I'm like, oh, it's not legit anymore,
know.
is it? Oh, let me guess. John Pork is the one who brought him back.
And a 72,000-year-old ear bone unearthed in Idaho. I got a beach house there I can sell you. Another Frank Ocean reference. He doesn't listen to it enough.
Wait, I got a beach house in Idaho. Wait, no, hang on. Thinking about you.
Oh yeah, it is thinking about you.
No, I've been thinking about you. Okay, I won't get into the whole thing.
Got a beach house I can sell you in Idaho. You don't think I love you.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're being raised on an 800-hectare reserve where they're being observed and cared for. Apparently, they can't even get a splinter without the scientists knowing. But there's no
Good
plans
riddance.
to allow them to breed at the moment. So they're a bit of a spectacle.
Well, we were discussing this last time because it's a bit of a sticky one still. Because do you decide, oh yeah, we'll just bring back the direwolf, let them breed, and then put them in the wild, but then you've kind of like messed up the ecosystem, but it's also cool. So it's kind of.
It is.
Do you want to be epic, or do you want to ruin the ecosystem?
I think a lot of people are also a bit worried that this science isn't going to be used for the benefit of ecosystems and stuff, and that it's actually just going to be used to get people like designer pets.
Yeah, to bring back cool stuff.
Yeah.
Well, because I feel like a direwolf they've just brought back because it's cool.
Yeah, but like you can do this kind of thing with, you could take the friendly gene that's in a dog and potentially put it in other animals.
Like
Do sort of similar things and just be like, you know what? Let's make this terrifying crocodile. Yeah. Very.
But
very
I feel like
lovely.
most animals, if you raise them from a little baby, they'll be kind anyway.
People say that, but then you get stories of people like raising chimps
It rips their face off.
and they rip their face off, or like lions and they end up just getting eaten by the lions.
But then there's story you raise a child, it could kill you one day.
That's true. That is true. But yeah, are they really direwolves? So obviously there's only a couple of genes that have been switched.
Yeah.
It's the thing is with species and concepts of species is that as we've said before, there isn't a set definition of what a species is. In science, we use different species concepts for different things. So, for example, you have the morphological species concept, which is all about the way things look. So you just go, if you get a bunch of fossils, you can't analyze the DNA of fossils. It's degraded. You can't figure out if they're close genetically, whether they share a common ancestor like that, because, the DNA is not there. So you look at physical traits and go, they've got a lot of physical traits.
Right.
They must be similar. But you can have convergent evolution where two things that are very dissimilar converge and look similar. A great example is elephants and rhinos and hippos. You'd think elephants and rhinos and hippos are all really closely related.
Yeah.
But elephants are more closely related to elephant shrews than they are rhinos and hippos. Can we pull up an elephant shrew? It actually is a little mouse thing. Look at this.
Oh my God.
A tiny little elephant shrew.
And it's got the penis on the front as well, just like the elephant.
It's a little garden, what looks like a little garden mouse, basically.
Isn't it crazy? Like we could have been one of them.
Yeah. Well, our ancestors not that long ago were little mouse-like things running around.
Yeah, shout out to the shrew, actually. The shrew got us places.
It really did.
Yeah.
And things like, the hippo is closer to a rhino. That is true, but a hippo is closer to a whale than it is to an elephant.
What? Because
they're land-dwelling mammals.
Water,
Ancestor, yeah.
and they run on the ground.
Yep.
Just like whales.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. So then what's a rhino close to? A unicorn?
Also a hippo, but yeah, there's probably a bunch of elephants and rhinos and hippos are.
That's really interesting.
They're
So
also
yeah,
very
so what you're
thick.
saying is that it can come from very different starting blocks, but they just end up looking similar. I guess evolution brings you a certain way anyway.
Yeah,
Like a rhino elephant live in a similar place. It's a beneficial build.
Yeah, exactly.
So makes sense.
And the calcification of sea creatures, they're all getting shelly, like lobs and crabs and stuff. But yeah, anyway, so you have this morphological species concept, which is like if they look really similar, you can classify them as essentially being similar species, if not like closely related.
Right.
And so under this concept, technically these direwolves are the same species because they just look the same.
But when you get down to it,
but yeah, if you go for the phylogenetic evolutionary relationship species, it's all about what's the smallest group of animals you can make that share a common ancestor.
See.
In a single clade.
What do you predict they bring back next? I think saber-toothed tiger's coming back.
Oh, that's a good question.
My money's on that one. If I had to gamble.
That would be a cool one. Like, obviously that's the thing with it being like not a government organization and it being a private company.
Yeah.
Like they're valued at 10 billion right now, this Colossal.
10 billion?
Yeah. And you could just, like, they're Colossal Biosciences, they're going to have to, oh yeah, of course.
Oh, the Tasmanian tiger.
Tasmanian tiger.
Oh, the dodo. Everyone wants the dodo back.
Dodo, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, delicious. New Christmas meal just dropped.
No.
What?
No, come on.
Oh, sorry.
Can't eat a dodo.
Oh, I'm from Jersey as well. Our zoo is the dodo. The dodo's like the logo of
So you're
it,
a cannibal.
Charles Darrell.
Darrell?
Darrell.
Oh.
Is it Charles Darrell?
We're talking about Charles Darwin.
Darrell. Yeah, I think he... Oh, Gerald Darrell. I got Charles Darrell. I know it was I know that didn't sound right. Yeah, Gerald Darrell, there you go. He's a bit like a
legend.
A bit of a Charles Darwin-y type on Jersey.
Yeah.
He's
got that dress. He's got the dress sense of an explorer.
Jersey Zoo. There you go. And there's the little dodo bird. Little
that
stone
does look
outside
nothing like a dodo. You need to update that.
It doesn't actually. It doesn't look like dodo.
Fat breast to it.
Oh no, it doesn't. Look exactly like a dodo.
Yeah, that's actually bang on. Interesting.
Oh no, I was actually completely wrong.
Oh, turns out they know a lot more than I do. Who would have thought?
Yeah, very cool.
No, good for you guys. You deserve that dodo. But I think maybe actually dodo is going to come back next. Everyone's like, bring back the dodo.
Yeah.
They should do a poll for the next one they bring back. They shouldn't just decide themselves.
It's very clever how they've done it. Did you study CRISPR at school?
No.
And just the way that it works essentially is all they're doing is they're going, here's the entire genome. You know, everything you are, every part of you genetically is just a long sequence of letters. And CRISPR comes along. It's guided to a specific place in the genome, in the DNA, cuts that bit out, and essentially repairs it with a corrected new bunch of genes. So all those letters just code for a bunch of proteins, code for a bunch of genes, make up who you are, and you can just go inside it, and edit it. And that's, the world's your oyster when you can start doing shit like that.
Oh yeah, because someone could just take the epic gene out of us and put it in someone else, and then they're unstoppable. Yeah,
we could get wings. We could be like jellyfish and potentially just like have permanent life cycles where we just go back to being infants and then adults and then infants and then adults.
I don't know how I feel about that. Because what if you catch someone right at the point where they're going back to being an infant and you're like, I actually really get along with you, and then all of a sudden, a few months down the line, they're a baby and they're just
shitting their pants all over.
Shitting their pants and breastfeeding. You got nothing in common anymore. Well, half things in common.
Oh, don't know which of those two you do the most.
Yeah, true. Actually, both in common, really.
Both at the same time.
Am I kidding? Oh God.
Yeah, but given we've done the Romulus and Remus little segment, now we've got the Khaleesi segment.
Give
Game
Khaleesi
of
her
Thrones.
flowers, yeah. Give Khaleesi her flowers, yeah.
Give Khaleesi her flowers.
Yeah, give Khaleesi her
oh yeah. Apparently Chippo thinks that if we were Game of Thrones characters, I'd be Bran and you'd be Hodor.
I can't believe he's giving me Hodor.
Why does he think you're Hodor?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe because you're brave and you sacrifice yourself for your friends.
Maybe because everyone loves me at the end of the thing, and I'm going to die at the end of the podcast, just like I'll die at the end. Oh
right,
no, I can't.
Spoilers.
Game of Thrones. He doesn't really die. I don't die at the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
Am I don't know. Oh no.
But yeah, let's do which Game of Thrones character are you quiz.
Okay, go ahead.
Are we doing this for me or you?
Spoilers. Let's do it with Arthur first.
Actually, should we find out? together? As in, like, give the.
But what if we disagree on something? Then?
Oh yeah. No, you know what? Make it all about you.
No, the point is we'll do it with you first.
Oh, okay. How quick are these? Okay, let's rattle.
Let's see
through it.
if it's slow. We'll just do you.
Okay, pick a movie. I've not seen any of these so far.
You've just watched it recently.
Braveheart.
Oh, I thought we were doing game of... Oh, you're picking a movie.
Picking a movie, yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, which statement most applies to you? You believe in the one? No. You don't mind paying for love? I pay for more than that. You you tend to only want people you can't have? Impossible. You find it really hard to talk to the opposite sex? Pick that one, please. We had to request 2 male podcast producers because I can't even speak in the presence of a woman. Pick a Simpsons character. Edna Crabapple. Millhouse fan. Oh, he's just picked it. I'm sorry, I was reading them out.
Edna Crabapple.
Oh, Mindy Simmons is a certified baddie. Let's pick Mindy Simmons.
Oh, damn.
Pick a song. Oh, you just know it's and I just can't wait to be king. Oh, and now pick an emoji. What the hell?
Oh.
They've got Batch's trim on the bottom right.
Okay, right. That's not
For
on.
those who don't know, it's
It's a legend.
it's one of those. What are they called? The King's Guard.
Beef eaters.
The beef eaters.
Yeah.
It's gonna be it's got to be the bicep emoji. Pick a sport. Football, easy.
Easy.
Well, Quidditch was close, but no.
Oh, Mr. Men.
Pick a Mr. Man.
Interesting. Did you read Mr. Men as a child?
I did. Yeah, I did. So that's truff. I meant trub. Never mind.
I meant trub. I said truff. I meant trub. How
That's
stupid
trouble. Oh, Little Miss Trouble then. I don't literally little Miss. Oh, it's too late. Oh, I got Khal Drogo.
Well, he did bad things.
I got the coolest thing ever.
Is that cool?
Yes, he's the coolest thing ever. Actually, wait, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Isn't he horrible to Khaleesi?
Yeah. In the beginning.
Yeah, she actually tamed.
You just celebrated that.
She tames him like a dragon. Yeah, but it's
True.
it's Aquaman. He's a very handsome man.
No, that's not Aquaman. That's Khal Drogo.
Who's he played by? What's his name again?
What is his name?
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa. Sorry.
Yeah,
God, I didn't know what his name was.
he's just
'cause
a
I've not
very
seen him.
handsome dude, and he's big and strong.
It's actually unfair that people can just be born looking like that, and then people just be born looking like us. How's that? That's a man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
How would you,
yeah. I'm never looking that old, even when I'm like 90.
Yeah.
It's such a shame. But yeah, he did horrible things to Khaleesi, so I take that back.
Oh my God, he's like 6'4".
1 meter 93. Actually, that's not far off where I am. Okay, next up, Batch. What Game of Thrones character are you?
Oh, you want to know? Pick a film. I'm gonna pick out of all of those, How to Train Your Dragon. How about that? Okay, yeah.
Oh,
so
you're already gonna be
Which
Khaleesi.
statement most applies to me? I like to be worshipped. Of course I do, but it happens all the time. You like the strong silent vibe. Oh yeah, that's me because I'm nonchalant with it. Yeah, lock that one in.
I don't think we clicked it, did we? Or did we?
Oh, we did.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Pick a Simpsons character. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Bach. Bart Simpson. I'm gonna go with Bart. Bart with him because his hair is epic. Pick a song. Huh. Interesting.
He ain't heavy. He's my brother.
He ain't. Yeah, I'll take He Ain't Heavy. He's my brother. I'll take that. I like the Hollies.
That's what you say when people fat shame me.
No, I don't. I say, yeah, as you were. Get him. That's what I say. Emoji, I'm going to pick the skull because, this is cool as hell.
Oh, you've got one of those.
Oh, because I'm dead. Figurative speech. Pick a sport. Interesting. Ooh, I'm going to go with football on this occasion.
Oh,
That's a really bad array of sports on there.
yeah, it was.
Shot put. How you
I
put
thought you'd
shot
pick weightlifting,
put,
to be
archery,
honest.
rugby, weightlifting? No, I don't enjoy it as a sport. And then pick a Mr. Man. I'll go for Mr. Strong. I always thought he was a cool one to read about. Oh my God.
Oh, you got one of the best ones.
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
Loyal, handsome, and brave. What the hell?
That's so embarrassing. I got such a legend. Oh dear. I was hoping for Jon Snow. I think we both were, let's be honest.
Yeah.
This thing's rigged.
That's the thing. You were tailoring your answers
No, I was
to try and be
tailoring
Jon
it
Snow,
to be
weren't you?
epic. Well, if I
Yeah.
was truly tailoring it to be Jon Snow, I would have picked a different song.
Fair
I
enough.
picked a Madonna song.
Well, you guys at home, take the quiz. Let us know who you got. And then make sure to subscribe, like, go to our YouTube channels, like every video we ever posted.
Yeah. For audio listeners, I got Rob Stark, Arthur got Khal Drogo. So you're way more of a man than me.
Oh, yeah.
That's not right. Look alike.
But I've also committed one of the worst crimes ever. So it balances out.
I'd actually argue Rob Stark looks more like you than me.
Yeah.
Or our love child, maybe.
Yeah. At Game of Thrones time, I got that a couple of times.
Yeah.
We have similar face shapes.
Yeah.
You actually look like...
Oh, Brad Pitt.
No. Sansa.
Jacob Elordi.
You've got a very similar face to Sansa.
Which one's Sansa? It's been a long time since I watched it.
The ginger girl, Rob Stark's younger sister.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
Actually,
you've got quite a similar face shape to her.
Yeah. We're very similar people as well.
Yep.
You look a bit like the eunuch.
Oh, and your drapes match her curtains.
You have not seen my drapes.
Not since you dyed them.
Yeah, that's what you look like. Yeah.
Oh.
Varys.
I actually...
We're just guys like that. Oh, another spoiler.
Stop spoiling it.
I didn't even think.
You are such a dude.
But that was a disappointing death.
That pissed me off. But he was an idiot. He should never have... You know what? We'll come back to it.
We'll come back
No,
to
when
it.
everyone's finished watching.
We're going to name our friends in terms of Game of Thrones characters, starting with Chip.
Oh, who would Chip be?
Someone really annoying.
Who's the guy that got his penis chopped off again?
Can't remember.
Theon Greyjoy.
Theon Greyjoy.
I think Chip's a bit of a Theon Greyjoy because he's a bit of a...
Sure. Let's give him a Theon Greyjoy.
Yeah.
All right.
He's a bit of a beta, but he gets his redemption.
He really
George.
is a beta, yeah. George. What about we give him... it's got to be epic.
Sir Bronn.
Who's Sir Bronn? It's been so long since I watched it. You're going to have to really drive this home for us.
This guy.
Oh, Sir Bronn. Is he good or is he bad? Is he epic?
Well, he's a hand. He's kind of...
Hand of the king?
He's a good guy.
Was he Hand of the King?
Kind of.
Okay, if he's a good guy, give it to George.
He was Tyrion Lannister's right-hand man.
Okay.
He's a loyal swordsman.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Loved drinking beer and shagging women.
Okay, right. Chris? Tyrion Lannister, maybe?
Oh, Chris is definitely Tyrion Lannister.
Just a random one. Just a random one.
I
think we're good.
He's short and he's
just an arse.
just obsessed with women and short.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Arthur Hill. Who's the kind? Someone who gets poisoned at the Red Wedding, maybe. Maybe go for one. He just would get poisoned.
Who's the old man Filch who guards?
The old man.
The other house. He's.
Oh yeah, let's do
Walder Frey.
Yeah, Walder Frey. That's
Arthur's
Arthur
Walder Frey.
Okay, nice. That's fair. Freezy
And Freezy.
Someone from Beyond the Wall.
Oh
Surely.
yeah.
Surely, maybe that guy, just the horny one, that the redhead in the bar, or maybe just the Ice King.
He's way too cool.
Maybe just the Ice King.
He's way too cool.
I feel like that's too much of a compliment for him, but
Yeah. Oh, he could be the Mountain, you know.
no, that's too much. Oh, yeah. Should we give him the Mountain?
Yeah, because he's
No,
Makes
let's
sense.
give him let's give him what's his face's character, who
his
No.
brother.
was he his brother?
Yeah,
Who was that? The Mountain's brother.
the Hound.
Oh, give him the Hound.
Sander.
Yeah, that looks like Freezy.
Clegane. Yeah, you know what? Freezy's Clegane.
Yeah, although he was too good of a person to be Freezy, really.
Clegane was.
Yeah,
He murdered and pillaged it as well.
exactly.
That's what Freezy's doing to this podcast. He's squeezing every penny he can. It's gone up to 99% share to Freezy, by the way.
Oh, he's taking everything we've got.
Chip's content
got
with us
nothing.
just being in the same room
Chip just likes our
from
company.
time to time.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay,
that's
nice.
pretty much it. Anyway,
Yeah, and we're both Jon Snow.
let's speak about Batch getting pregnant.
Not anymore, actually.
What?
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm on the pill.
Oh, what do you mean?
Oh, what do I mean by that? Scientists have just made a breakthrough with a potential hormone-free male contraceptive pill that works by blocking a protein involved in sperm production.
Of course, when they finally make a male contraceptive pill, it has no effect on our hormones.
I know, yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to get pregnant. I'm gonna have struggle with my weight. I'm going to get really spotty and I'm going to want to kill myself some days. And we're like, oh, we'll do a male contraceptive pill as long as it has none of those side effects.
Yeah, but ours has no side effects.
Yeah.
You've done your time, we'll do ours.
Yeah.
Oh, fine, we'll do ours. Yeah, literally just
No,
stops
speak to me when it has no effect on us at all because we're men.
But yeah, yeah. So in studies on mice, it produced a 99% reduction in sperm production, and it has proceeded to early stage human clinical trials as a potential male contraceptive. So interesting to see how.
Oh yeah, yes, mum. I'm putting my science PhD to good use. I'm counting the number of sperms in mice cum.
Oh god. Well, I'd just be doing that without a PhD. Anyway, would you take the pill? I'd take the pill.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I would take it anyway.
I imagine this is going to be because one thing I think happens all the time is that athletes get
bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
You know, you get athletes going like, "Oh my god, like this crazy lady, like baby trapped me."
Right. Yeah.
I feel like that's
why athletes? Why do you say athletes? Oh,
because
they want athletic
they've got a lot of
children.
money. So like, I think like people who
Does it just happen with them?
Tends to happen quite a lot with them, and like rappers and stuff like that. I think this type of thing will be like the end of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, probably.
Because at the moment, like you could, if you're like a rich person, and you're like, oh, you know, we'll just use a condom or whatever. They could poke a hole in it, and you'd never know, and it's like out of your control.
Sure, yeah.
Or like someone could go, oh, I'm on birth control, and as a guy, you kind of have to believe them.
Pop your own pill.
Whereas this kind of like puts the control, and responsibility.
And also, if it has no effect on the hormones, then it's way better than the female pill.
Yeah,
anyway,
definitely.
So it should just be used. But you could just get your tubes tied for a long. Even now, you can get your tubes tied and then untied again, right?
I don't know.
I should stop listening to people
I know
outside
you
of
can get
Tesco.
like vasectomies, and vasectomies are reversible, but it's sort of like it's only certain. It's like 70% reversible after a year, and then they're like it falls and falls and falls.
Oh, and then they go in there. They're like,
I think
we
this is
can't
just
fix that. That's a mess in there.
Because like this one, it was tested on macaques, and normal fertility returned within 4 to 6 weeks after discontinuation.
Macaque.
So, macaque.
Stupid name for a monkey. It truly
Irish
is.
person, when someone asks, "Oh, what's that bulge?" It's macaque.
Oh. I just think it sounds like poo. That's just my opinion. You can't cancel me for that.
Oh.
It's dark humour. You wouldn't get it. If you get it, you get it.
But yeah, no, I'd definitely take that. I think, obviously, like if you're not planning on having a baby, like getting pregnant or getting someone pregnant is scary for everyone. So this would just make it way less likely that like accidental pregnancies will happen.
And interestingly, a YouGov survey found that a third of sexually active men would consider taking the male version of the contraceptive pill, which is the exact same percentage as the women on the hormonal contraception now.
I'm surprised that it's
I thought
only
it'd be
a
more.
third.
Yeah, I thought it'd be more.
I wonder if it's just new medicine skepticism.
Probably, yeah.
Because I'd
Probably
be
want to wait a bit.
hesitant a bit, just going like, do I immediately jump in something that might affect my fertility?
I guess fertility is a big thing, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Just never have kids, and kids is a big thing for a lot of people.
Maybe I'd freeze my sperm first just to make sure.
Can you do that? If you freeze sperm, does it not kill the sperm?
I think it was done properly. You can freeze sperm, for
So my fridge
a
is
very
full of
long
cum for
time,
no reason.
actually.
Interesting.
Does it say how long it can be frozen and stored for? But yeah.
If that's true, I'm gonna just bury a freezer.
Oh, using
full of
liquid
my nut.
nitrogen.
And then when
55 years it can be stored for.
oh my god, they can dig up
That's
my
crazy.
sperm in 55 years
Yeah, that's mental.
if I freeze it correctly.
Yeah, we could be like 80 and just randomly have a baby.
Yeah, 100. You could be dead and have a baby.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like we were speaking about with the menopause thing, like men can kind of have children. Yeah, some dude in India, what's his name? Ramjit Raghav, had a child aged 94. And then another 96, bloody hell. Not university verified, but yeah.
So he's actually 30 years old and he's like,
Yeah.
I'm 94.
But still, that's quite impressive.
Crazy. Do you think he did that just to be the oldest person to have a child, or he just wanted a kid? He just got to 98, 96 and thought, no, I'm ready to be a dad now.
Yeah, maybe just a top shagger.
Yeah, maybe he's a YouTuber.
What?
It takes longer for YouTubers.
Oh, yeah.
You get to a certain point.
So, yeah.
So yeah, I'd be taking that. I'd have that for breakfast every morning. That's how much I'd take that.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah, history's maddest contraceptives. we live in a nice age where we could just take a pill. Before they used early condoms made from sheep intestines and fish bladders.
I
So
remember
you just
hearing
know
about
sex
that.
stunk.
That's awful. That is so grim, actually, if you think about it.
Fish
Fish bladders and
Oh, just use where the fish stores its piss to wrap around my cock.
yeah.
Oh, you like that? No, hang on. Let me.
Oh, that was horrible.
Wait, hang on. Let me just put on the sheep.
He looked me up and down and said, "Do you like that?" Wrap it in my cock. You like that? That was horrible.
Oh, very convenient that you're now covering your crotch area.
give me a
after
pillow.
I did that.
No.
Oh God. Oh, do you know what's even grosser than that though? Women would insert a paste made of crocodile dung and fermented dough into the vagina to act as a physical barrier and maybe a spermicide due to its acidity.
That cannot be good for the
They're
pH.
at that point they're just guessing stuff as well. They're
Cannot
like,
be good for the pH.
oh, this is acidic. I'll put this in my fanny.
Yeah. Oh, that was ancient Egypt, apparently. That's in my. You say fanny? You're on one
Sorry,
today.
pussy thing.
That-
My bad.
Oh
That bad?
God.
Oh, sorry. Sorry,
It is
my bad.
crazy because I mean, yeah.
You've tried it, haven't you?
No, I mean back in the day, you imagine
They do run the fit.
you're a dude in Pompeii, and there's no condoms. Everyone's gonna be shagging No wonder the population proliferated, and everyone had like 12 kids.
Why would you put crocodile dung up your clunge?
That is mental.
Why would you? At what point? I'm sorry. Even if I lived with the ancient Egyptians and our knowledge of science isn't that great, that's the last thing I'm putting in my puss.
Yeah, I'd rather a baby come out of it than a crocodile dung go in it.
Yeah, or just pull out. Surely they realize it's the sperm that's making them pregnant.
Yeah, I do know there are a lot of societies, and I think just general civilization took a while for us to realize that sex
I'll just put
is
straw.
related
Let me
to
just put straw up
reproduction.
there. That's crazy that you'd go to crocodile dung. If you're trying to create a physical barrier, why crocodile dung?
The ancient Egyptians did know about reproduction though and how it all worked.
So they knew exactly.
They knew exactly how it worked.
I know. I know how to not get pregnant.
Here,
I'm
come
going to shove
dookie in this
shit up my
crocodile,
vag.
man.
You could pull out, or I could shove shit up my vag, and then you could just you could have a
Oh,
physical barrier that way.
they had various methods of birth control, including seedwood soaked in ground acai, or is that acai, leaves and
Aibo.
honey, and crocodile dung mixed with sour milk.
That's because the acidity. They kept thinking the acidity acted as. So they knew acidity.
Oh,
would
let's
act
put
as a
hydrochloric
spermicide.
acid in the.
So they had a pretty decent knowledge of like science, where they were like, oh, acid things might act as a spermicide and kill sperm cells. They got that knowledge, and they're still putting crocodile dung up there, mixed with dough.
And sour milk. Anyway, let's move on.
Oh,
I'm
that's a concoction.
getting hungry.
oh, that's disgusting. It's getting hungry and horny. Let's move on quickly.
Oh, shut up, Coca-Cola douche. That's what people used to call batch in school. And in the 1950s and 60s, that was also part of contraceptive folklore. Some people thought the carbonic acid in Coke could kill sperm and used it in douches.
No, it just makes legends. It just makes your kids even more legendary. Imagine drinking Coke as a sperm. I'd be epic if I did that. Literally.
You know when you get that Mario power up that's like
Yep, still get it,
and that you're all like lit up and you're like rainbowy and you're moving fast and the music's like yeah, it was kind of like that. Sperm with a Coke.
In many ways, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, moving on. Exam season. Good luck, everyone studying for exams. We've studied for exams before.
And we nailed them.
No.
Sorry, guys, unrelatable, but we're genius.
Yup.
Nothing we can do about that. And to prove our genius,
We're going to be sitting some exam questions. Select which one of these is only found in a plant cell. Cell membrane,
Oh
cell
my
wall,
God.
cytoplasm, or nucleus. I remember this one.
it's got to be every day of the week a cell wall.
It is. Cell wall. Let's go.
Oh,
And big,
that's
thick fangs.
That's an epic start.
Plant cells have a cell wall. They do
That's
indeed.
right. Remember that, guys.
What's not a type of blood vessel? Oh, arteries and veins are obviously.
Oh, I don't want alveoli. That's a pasta. That can't be it. That physically can't be.
And capillaries. It's alveoli, surely.
It's got to be alveoli.
Oh,
I
lots
had
of
that for
biology
dinner.
questions. Let's go. Two out of 10 so far.
Yeah, that's
Alveoli,
right.
the air sacs
2 out
in
of
the
10.
lungs.
That's perfect. We're 2 for 2.
Each element in the periodic table has an atomic number. Which one of these describes the atomic number?
Oh, of course. The atomic number is simply Well, you've got the atomic number and the atomic mass number, right?
Yeah, so atomic mass is the
Proton.
protons plus neutrons.
And the atomic number
is just protons, yeah.
We're going to lock that in, please. Thank you.
Yippee!
Oh,
Oh,
we're
this is
correct
easy.
again. Oh, no, this is embarrassing. On camera. 3 for 3.
Oh, which of the following compounds is an example of ionic bonding?
Oh, ionic bonding.
Ions.
Oh, we're talking ions in this occasion, y'all.
That's going to be, so is it methane, water, sodium chloride, or oxygen? Do you know this one?
Ionic bonding. What's the other one? Ionic bonding and compound.
Yeah.
And compounds. Oh my God, this might actually destroy.
Covalent bonds, I think it's all.
Covalent bonds. That's it. No, over to you.
This one is, I believe, Na plus Cl minus. It's the sodium chloride.
Oh, they should have put the plus up there to help me out. What the hell?
Yeah.
Lock that in.
Ionic bonding is when a metal reacts with a non-metal. Sodium chloride.
Of course.
Oh, of course.
Oh, of course.
Oh.
Circuit.
Oh, I was.
In this series,
I did not enjoy these doing circuits. This was the most boring thing ever.
Select which one of the following statements is true about this type of circuit. Okay, the current divides in the circuit and then recombines.
For everyone listening at home, there's a circuit, there's a switch, 2 light bulbs, and a cell.
There is the same current through.
So it doesn't divide.
Component.
Let's get one thing straight. There's no dividing there.
Let's rule that puppy out. There's the same current through each component. The potential difference supplied by the cell is equal to the potential difference across each component, and the total resistance of the 2 components is the same as the resistance of each component. I think it's the same current through each component.
Yeah, it is. It's just one current through the whole thing.
Yeah, we lock that in.
Nice, right as well. We're at 5 out of 10 so far.
I used to hate the circuit question.
Combined science. I didn't realize this was a thing as well.
Ooh.
Hydrochloric acid will react with sodium hydroxide to produce a salt plus water. What is the name of the salt formed?
Oh, of course. That would be, well, the options are sulfuric acid. It's not that. Potassium chloride, sodium sulfate, or sodium chloride. I think sodium chloride, right?
It is, yeah.
Sodium chloride.
Hydrochloric acid, sodium hydroxide.
A truly delicious salt.
Nice. It is, isn't it?
Absolutely.
The best one.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some maths.
Oh, nice. The density of a material can be calculated from its mass and its volume. Use the formula above, which is density equals mass over volume, to calculate the density of a block of concrete with a volume of 20 centimeters cubed and a mass of 48 grams.
So 48 over 20?
48 over 20 are?
2.4.
2.4.
Thank
you very much. Grams per cubic centimeter.
We're surprisingly smashing this.
8 of 8.
Acceleration. Oh, this is just this is another maths one.
Yeah. A train accelerates from a speed of 10 meters per second up to 30 meters per second. It takes 40 seconds to reach this speed. Use the formula above to calculate its acceleration. And the formula is acceleration equals change in velocity over time. We've got a 20 meters per second change in velocity over 40 seconds, which gives a 0.5 meter per second.
Kirk White Boy. Oh, an 8 out of 10.
Oh, that's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it?
These 4 metals all appear in the reactivity series.
Mm-hmm.
Which of these shows them in the correct order from most reactive to least reactive?
Okay.
You know, one of the nerdiest things I did when I started GCSE chemistry to like really impress my teacher.
What?
I learned the periodic table before GCSE
really
started. Just so I was like, oh, no, lithium, of course, it's on the.
So this one's just in your brain. You just got this.
Well, what are they? The correct order. So we've got potassium, lithium, copper, and zinc.
Is it the bottom one?
So copper and zinc are very unreactive. Potassium and lithium are very reactive. So it's going to be the first 2.
Or last
and
one,
then
right? Potassium
is more
copper?
reactive than lithium. Did you ever do that experiment in class where
you see
drop
it on
them in water?
You see them go crazy.
Yeah, they go crazy.
I would have thought it's potassium, lithium, zinc, then copper. Can you picture the?
Yeah, because copper is intentionally not reactive at all, really. So most reactive. Yeah, I think it's going to be potassium, lithium, zinc, then copper.
Oh, yeah,
let's go.
Cooked again.
Copper doesn't even react with a dilute. With a dilute acid, yeah, of course.
Okay. Oh, shout out to copper for that one. Oh wow. Okay, we've got another diagram.
We've got a cross section view of a green leaf.
We got to select which type of tissue is highlighted by the rectangle. And guys, for audio listeners, it kind of looks like, I don't know. Hope that helps. Like, it looks if you sliced a lime in half.
It's a lot of cells with sort of air bubbles in between them.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of just looks like a balloon dog, sort of. So is it palisade mesophyll, epidermis, stomata, or spongy mesophyll?
Yeah, that's
mesophyll?
That's looking real spongy to me.
Looking like spongy mesophyll to me. Let's lock that in. Oh my god, we did it again!
We got 10 out of 10.
Oh my goodness
That was
gracious.
actually too
10,
easy.
10. Nice. Beautiful.
Should we keep going until we get one wrong?
No, that's so boring for everyone else.
Go down, there's 11 to 20.
And for the small fee of $2,000, we'll do each one of your exam papers. You just send it through to us.
4 millimeters microscope to... that's 100. Quick fire. Let's go.
Oh my God, he's just going through them now.
Which of the following is a product of photosynthesis? Oxygen.
Oh my God.
Oh, this is a flex. Dominant and recessive alleles. Which of these is true? Dominant is never expressed. False. Recessive alleles always expressed. False. Recessive alleles only expressed if 2 are... It's a third one.
He's just on a 3-3
No, you know
roll.
what? It's still 50.
Con's just written out, I'm cutting this off. You are insufferable.
Oh, God.
Just flexing
It's
on
weird
everyone.
how much how much we remember, because
Yeah.
I did my GCSE Science when I was 6 years old.
The chemistry, I can't really remember that much. Wait, I just didn't even clock that. It's believable. I could believe it. Oh, wow, 6 years old. Yeah, I was.
I'm
Big
almost certainly
things
going to be back at it, because my little sister's very similar to my other siblings. I got a sister who's doing her GCSEs now, and she's like really good at the history,
Yeah.
RE, English, all that kind of stuff, the essay stuff, but is like less good with the maths and science. And I'm the exact opposite. I was always a bit rubbish at writing essays, but I was good at science.
Same, because I didn't really know how to structure it.
And I was like, oh, I can help you. I can help you with the science. So
Epic.
it was good. I'll send her that clip and be like, yeah, get your game up. Get your game up, boy.
Is she like a good learner who actually, like, if you're trying to explain something to her, does she listen and engage? And
Yeah, she does. She's like me. She loves studying as well.
Sometimes my little sister will ask for help, and then I'm like explaining, she's just like looking out the window. I'm like,
Pay attention.
Yeah.
Then again, maybe some of you believe what's the line from Snape? To not pay attention.
Oh, wait, Snape.
Yeah. Do you remember that scene?
No, Potter, rub the wand and show me where you want it.
It's
That
horrible.
That one, that quote.
He died as well. That's disrespectful.
No, it's AI Snape I'm referring to, not the real Snape.
Anyway, so exam season is approaching.
Yeah.
And we get a lot of messages asking for advice.
That's right. And we've just what we've done is we've given you receipts that we can give advice because we just nailed it.
Yeah,
13 out of
exactly.
13.
Yeah. Okay, so Lucy, need some advice on GCSE exam stress and what got you through?
Oh, meth. What about you?
Crystal methamphetamine.
Yeah, meth. Actually, revising with friends got me through, to be honest.
Really?
I revised with my friends.
I did not do that.
Oh, you should try it. It's not too late.
I didn't have friends at school.
Yeah, if you don't have friends, well, do what Arthur did. What did you do?
I always say it, but planning in advance, just being like, oh, I got 13 weeks to learn 13 chapters. That's 1 chapter per week. Maybe try and do actually a little bit more in advance, because you want weeks of being able to go through past papers. They're the big ones, because then you just so much of the same questions. If you do like all the past papers,
Yeah.
the same questions do come up over and over again.
Actually, all I did was past papers, because also, even though the questions might be slightly different, they tend to just pick the same topic of question. So then if there's a question you don't know, if you learn everything about that topic,
Yeah.
there'll be another question.
You
on that
tend to
topic
with
and you'll know it.
The good thing about GCSEs and A-levels as well is you get the specification that's like, you need to learn this. So you can just go through the specification and be like, do I know the answer to that? I did a color scheme, and at the I'd have things all on red. And then if I was like, oh, I remember studying that in class, I put it to orange. And then I'd be like, the second I can answer an exam question on it, I'd turn it green. And I'd be like, I'm just going to make sure when I go into the exam hall, by the time I'm there, everything's been marked green.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, it can feel so overwhelming if you're like, oh my God, I've got 130 things to learn. But yeah, if you've got I don't know, 50 days, you just go,
Yeah.
oh, well, I'll learn 3 things a day
Yeah.
and then I'll finish in advance and I'll be able to get my practice in. And
Yeah. Yeah. Take one thing at a time. I'm very, even like with daily tasks, because if I've got a lot to do, I tend to procrastinate because I'm like, oh, I've got all this to do. I don't know what to start on. But if you've got like a clear plan of like, oh, I'll do this today, and that's all you need to worry about on that day,
yeah,
you tend to be way more on track.
yeah.
But I do recommend if you've got friends and they're studying, you don't have to be studying the same thing. Just being in their company whilst you revise makes
I
it
did do that.
enjoyable. Like we wouldn't like help each other revise. We'd just be in the same
room, yeah.
because yeah, I mean, it keeps you account. You're not then just going to be on your phone scrolling because everyone else is revising. So you're like, oh, I'll do the same. And it's nice to be in the company of other people. And then maybe you'll take a break every now and then and have a chat and then back to it. It just makes the whole thing feel more fun. And yeah, I really enjoyed it and it helped me. So if you can do that, do it.
Yeah, but it's all about having fun, enjoying it as much as possible. It's not that fun, let's be honest. Revising it is hard work, but it's worth it. You just got to sit there and go, you know what? In the future, I'm going to be able to afford the Bach and Arthur Patreon subscription. And that's what I'm working hard towards.
I love that they're going, I need some advice. I'm really stressed. And you don't worry, in the future you'll be able to afford our Patreon. That's all that matters.
But yeah, figure out what works for you studying wise. There are a lot of good resources online.
Yeah.
And reward yourself. Take breaks. Keep yourself fit and healthy physically.
Yeah.
Sleep's important. Eating good meals is important. Getting a bit of exercise. You'd actually be so surprised at how much better at revising you are when you're well rested, you've eaten well. You don't need to sort of go, I haven't got time for a meal or sleep or anything.
And get outside.
Get outside.
As much as possible.
Oh, WWF is telling everyone get 20 minutes in nature every single day and it reduces your stress and anxiety and depression.
It does. It truly does.
Get out there.
Get out there.
Oh, now what's IOE been saying?
Even.
What's even?
Even. What's even saying?
Even.
Oh, it's coming up to exams, and I know you guys have been through all this and went to college. I was wondering if you had any specific study tips. It's always so hard to stay motivated and get anything done, especially with my phone being a massive distraction, and I'm never able to actually retain any info I learn. I actually have a similar, my phone's a huge distraction to me. I think you really do just have to set that thing aside or in a different room.
Yeah, it's got to be in a different room.
Yeah. Do the Pomodoro technique. We spoke about this a lot. It's honestly the best thing because also you're not going to be on your phone for, let's say it's a 25 minutes you're working for, 5 minutes you get a break, 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off, repeating cycles. You can go on your phone in that 5 minutes and check what you have to check and then 25 minutes of work and it balances it out, definitely. That's a good way to stay focused.
We had one when we were speaking about sleeping that I do a lot when I've got shit to do, which is like, if I think my brain is quite tangential, it happens in the podcast a lot. We'll be speaking about one thing and my brain will go, oh, and start like focusing on something else. If I always find that if I think of something and I'm like, oh, I really need to do this. If I write it down, I can kind of forget about it and move on.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to do one thing and I'm like, oh, I need to remember to reply to this email actually, I'm tempted to just stop what I'm doing, go do the email, do something else, and never get my original task done.
If you've got time set aside for that sort of stuff, that just helps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And in terms of you find it difficult to retain information, I have the same issue, to be honest. I think the best thing is like past papers because it's not like so much of like you have to you're reading something, try and retain that information. It's more you do the test, and if you can't do that area, do more questions on that area, and you'll learn through that, I guess. I'm not great at like reading something and remembering. I won't do it.
I definitely think as well, one of the best things to make sure you can do before you move on from something is have the ability to explain it to someone as if they were a child. Because if you can put something in simple words, it means you really understand it.
Yeah.
So if you're like, oh, I've revised that and stuff, just go, actually, can I run through the 8 steps of this? Can I run through the different arteries and veins in the body? Can I remember the date of the Cuban Missile Crisis?
1960, is it, please?
1962.
1962.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
I think, is it? Yeah.
Oh, I was too busy smoking weed.
16th to the 28th of October, 1962. Close though. But yeah, just being like, can I actually, can I regurgitate this?
Yeah.
And going over things. But again, the science on memory is insane. If you just it's so worth spending a bit of time going, what is the best way to learn? Like try a couple of the techniques and pick whichever one works for you, because I look back now and I'm like, so much of my time was wasted making stupid notes that don't help.
Same notes. I spent so much time on notes, and I would write down a notes on like, one topic, a full page, and then as soon as I turned the page, I couldn't tell you what I'd written down.
Because it's just going into your short-term memory, you write it and then you move on. You need to be doing something that's going over it several times over and putting it in different words and using cue cards and trees. And one thing that definitely helps, the way our brain works is very similar to computers and folders and stuff. If you sort of give someone 100 facts, they're never going to remember them. Remembering 100 random facts is really difficult, but you go, oh, actually, these 10 facts are biology facts. These are 10 physics facts. These are 10 history facts. Your brain puts them into folders, and it makes searching for those facts a lot easier. If your brain can go, okay, you know, we've got school knowledge. Okay, the physics knowledge. Chapter 1 is on the heart. And then, you know, that keeping things folded like that when you're learning them makes a really big difference. That's why those diagrams, what are they called? Brainstorming diagrams, where you start off with a big thing and then you get a sort of thick little branch that comes out and then another little branch.
I had a friend who did these and they always terrified me.
And they look really scary, but it's because it's how our brain works. It starts with big topics and then splits them down and subdivides them. And
yeah, I should have done that.
Yeah.
Looks like a spider. Sorry for any arachnophobes out there.
Yeah. So, good luck with it. Figure out what the best method is for you. Stick to it. Stay motivated. Stay hungry. Remember what you're studying for.
Stay hard.
What?
David Goggins sort of thing.
Oh.
And last but not least, thoughts on if ChatGPT would be a hindrance or a benefit when revising for exams. A few emails express that they sometimes feel they are reliant on it. I honestly don't know because I never used ChatGPT to revise. It wasn't around.
No.
So
I think it would be good for, let's say there's something in your textbook and you just don't understand it, you can copy and paste that and be like, can you just summarize this for me? And it's the same thing if there's have you seen, in fact, we might have one here. The 30-second, oh no. There's like these science in 30 seconds books. And what it does is it starts off with like a really simple description of something.
Yeah.
Then a medium one. Do you like
and then it gets
30-second chemistry, 30-second theories, these ones.
Right.
They're really good because rather than it being like, you know, you opening the chapter and it being like time dilation and it's like, if you calculate you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's good to start small, isn't it?
Yeah, and it will just go like, oh, the faster you move through space, the slower you move through time. And it starts off with something you can wrap your head around and then gives you a bit of a longer one and you're like, oh, I can think about that. And then a really complicated one. And if you have a textbook that's really jumping in on something heavy, sometimes it's nice to just start with the simple stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a great way to put it, is to like use it as though you're in a room with a teacher and anything you don't understand, you just ask ChatGPT, like a teacher. And it's good
I can't wrap my head around it. But
Yeah.
also just double check, because obviously ChatGPT is not going to be perfect. It's not going to give you perfect knowledge. It also, there's so much knowledge out there and curriculums are very focused. It might, I mean, for example, the way we've been speaking about species, you know, you could write in your biology GCSE thing that like, oh, there's no such thing as a species. There's this species concept, and you wouldn't get any of the marks because they're looking for a set definition.
Yeah.
It will be like, I don't know, two animals that can reproduce and produce a fertile offspring or something. That tends to be a common one. So although you can get the right answer from ChatGPT, it also might not be what the curriculum's looking for. So
yeah. I mean, I definitely got stressed out around exam time.
Did you?
I think it's a natural thing. It's especially when because if you're doing exams, you're young, and so it's easy for that to catch up with you, because it's not just exams that you've got going on. So it's a stressful period, but just know it's not long. Once you're over it, you're over it.
I was such a nerd. I didn't find it stressful.
Do you enjoy it?
I really liked it, yeah. I think I thrive in that type of thing, because it's like with a podcast. Like, I love studying for some reason.
But were you not worried about, were you not worried about like performance?
Not really, because I think that's why, especially why I like maths and science, because if you know how to work out a differential equation, it doesn't matter what numbers they put in there, you know how to how to do it, or like, you know, if you're trying to calculate the length of the hypotenuse on the triangle,
Yeah.
like if once you've done it a few times, it doesn't really matter what they throw at you. Like, and it's kind of the same with science, you know, with even the like more complicated questions at the end, you know, if it gives you a mass spectroscopy result, and you're like, you've done it a billion times, like the method is there, you just need the result. That's maybe why I found English a bit harder, because, you know, you'd be studying Wilfred Owen and someone would have their leg blown off in a poem, and it'd be spurting blood everywhere. And this kid, I remember this kid next to me, this kid called Andrew, who's just really good at English, was like, oh, I think this is homoerotic. It's very ejaculatory the way the blood is spurting out. And the teacher was like, yes, it is.
Really?
And I was like, I cannot see that. He said his leg blew off and there's blood everywhere. I'm like, that's gory and tragic. But he's going, oh, this is very like sexual and gay.
Maybe
and
that
like,
teacher was just horny. And so was Andrew.
Maybe. Andrew was a good look.
You weren't horny enough.
Andrew was a good looking guy. Maybe the teacher had all sorts of wrong.
Do you think school age Batch and Arthur would have been mates?
Yeah, probably.
No, because you would have been fucking 8 years older than me. No, you would have been
if
like
we were
5.
in school together, I think.
Yeah. No, you would have given me a nuggie, and you would have probably put my head in the toilet and flushed it.
What? I was not
Yeah,
doing
you would
that
have
kind
done
of
that.
shit.
You would have rolled up your sleeves and asked for my lunch money and shaking me about.
Are you getting off on being a soy boy right now? What the hell is going on?
You and your whole group would have kicked me and called
And
me
you
names.
would have strangled me with my tie, and you would have throttled me and pulled my hair.
But then it would have turned
Spat
out
on
that
me
you
and
fancied me all along. That's why you were doing it. No, yeah, I think we probably would have. But then you and Chris, were you friends at school?
Yeah.
You were. Were you in the same friendship group though?
Not really.
So you never know where you lie in.
That's true.
Like my friendship group changed throughout school, I think.
Did it?
A little bit. Yeah. Over the course of school, it changed a lot, like who I was with and everything like that. So it would be interesting to know if we were put in the same school, if we'd make it into the same group, or we'd be in separate groups but friends, bridge the barrier, or if we would have fought every day.
Who knows?
To the death, maybe. And we'll run that through a simulation at some point. We'll find out for you guys.
That would be so interesting.
That would be cool. Hopefully they don't hump.
Right, well, that's pretty much it for the episode.
Yep.
Direwolves, Game of Thrones, and GCSE exam time. So, look, good luck, everyone. You're going to smash your exams. Keep working hard. It'll all be worth it in the end. We believe in you. Believe in yourself.
And if you fail, you can be a YouTuber.
Thanks for watching. Bye.